Well, Dan's not here, so we're not gonna do this good night, good evening, good morning shit. What's up, everybody? It's Cosby Digital.
Trip Simpson in the building.
And this is what we call would this be the happy hour version of Straight Talk No Chase?
Any old excuse to go live.
It'll be the yappy hour, the slappy hour, you know?
Definitely, man. So how's everything going today?
Hey, man, had a great day.
Productive?
Very productive. Shout out to my new, I don't even know what to call you, Skylar. You're just the best. Skylar just joined Cosby Digital. She needs a really good title that I haven't figured out what it is yet.
Well, hooray for you, Skylar.
Skylar is also going to be helping us engineer the show, so shout out to you, Skylar.
Definitely. So, interesting week we got going on. We've already had the last couple of days filled with some interesting topics. I feel like some of these topics we're going to have to go back into because of new developments. Most interestingly, Snoop Dogg has decided to apologize to Gayle. We also have one of my favorite characters we want to discuss today. That is Dr. Umar Johnson.
And for those who are on video, he did the air quotes.
So yeah, he has decided to threaten to pull up on some of his critics online. So we're going to examine that. And we're also going to get into this Dwyane Wade situation with his quote-unquote daughter. So I don't want to waste any time, so I want to get to the first topic tonight, which is going to be Umar Johnson. Let's take a moment to just watch what he says.
You can find him on YouTube.
Hold up now. Going here.
Gerald Palmer. He calls himself Reverend Gerald. But he's not a reverend. He's another wannabe person who ain't got shit going for himself except trying to take me down. Find that coward's address. Work or home. Find it. I'm pulling up on him. Mukasa, Africa. He's been hiding out lately, but he started the whole shit.
Let's start that over. Here we go.
Who need to be shut down. They have consistently tried to sabotage. But these 4 individuals have went too far. Some of you are good at research. I need their home address and I need their job address, and I'm going to give you their names. One of them is William Clay. He is based
This
in
has
the
got to be
Washington,
illegal.
D.C., Maryland area.
No, this
His
is definitely
name
illegal.
is William Clay. If you go on YouTube,
He's doxing
and type
people
in
right now.
William Clay,
Where is this
you're going
nigga
to
at?
get videos on School to Prison Pipeline. You're going to get
He's in the
videos
bowels
on
of the school.
post-traumatic disorder, which is
I think he broke into the
Dr.
school.
Johnson invented.
He's in the school
It is a
basement.
concept
Nah, it might
that
be the school.
Dr.
He ain't got no
Johnson
lights.
invented.
Hold on,
He
listen.
stole my
Let's
idea
listen.
and wrote a book. He stole my idea and wrote a book. And he does seminars on the exact same topics that I do. This is what William Clay did. I need this motherfucker's address. I'm going to go see him this weekend. Enough is enough.
Okay,
Find
it's enough.
William Clay's address. Find out where he worked. I'm going to see him when I get to DC this weekend. I'm not playing no fucking games no more. Excuse my language. No more games. Find William Clay's address. Enough is enough. Find his address, please, and get that shit to me. He's number 1. Number 2 is homosexual Gerald Palmer, based in Kansas City. He's a reverend. He's not a real reverend. He doesn't have a church. He doesn't have a congregation.
You have a school.
He's another one. You can find him on YouTube. Gerald Palmer. He calls himself Reverend Gerald. But he's not a reverend.
I thought he was going to say it 3 times.
I thought he was going to say it 3
who
times
ain't got
too.
shit going for himself except trying to take me down. Find that coward's address. Work or home. Find it. I'm pulling up on him.
Yo, what the
Mukasa,
fuck?
Africa. He's been hiding out lately, but he started the whole shit. He a little bitch ass nigga from Philly who used to work at the same charter school, Keppera Charter School. Okay?
Hey, it's New Year, new him. He's coming out the gates strong this year, 2020.
I think
He's pulling up on you,
in the
bitch
area,
niggas.
Mukasa, Africa. I haven't forgotten.
Where is he
about
at?
you. Okay, I'ma see your bitch ass. Okay, and another one is Andrea Stewart. She's the one on YouTube.
Hey, Trip, you keep talking shit, he gonna pull up on you like this.
Ain't worried about it. Concealed carry in DC.
Trip Simpson. Trip Simpson.
Next month for the parent training. Those are the 4 people I need. William Clay.
I wonder, does he know this is gonna make people troll him even harder?
I don't know.
Who was in Philly?
I don't think he knows.
He's in the DC area. Okay.
Shout out to everybody in the watch party right now. Drop a comment in the watch party. I see y'all.
He's in the Kansas City area. Andrea Stewart, who is in the California area, and I want to give you one more. Lenore Honor. I'm tired of this bitch nigga too.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
The weak ass
Hey, hold on. Which one is the gun button?
About me. Lenor. I had enough of him too. I don't know where he lives. I don't know what city he in. Find out where these 5 people are. Please find out where these 5 people are. Please find out where these 5 people are. This shit is going to end right now. It's time for me to see money too. I've been as patient as I can be, and I'm tired of this shit. Grain, I'm in your ass. Lenore Honor, I'm in your ass. William Clay, I'm in your ass.
Slow down, Umar.
I'm in your ass. Anti-Svengali, I'm in your ass.
That's a lot of ass he's in right there.
That's a lot of rape, Umar.
Fuck the court. I won't
Fuck court.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna find that little bitch. Monty Woodgrain, Lenore Honor, Gerald Palmer, William Clay. Now, out of all of them, William Clay and Gerald Palmer are the main ones trying to get the event shut down. William
Hey,
Clay
I mean, we can
and
cut this
Gerald
shit short.
Palmer are the main ones trying to get my event shut down.
Okay. Oh my. All right. Good Lord. I'm trying to get myself together after watching that shit, man.
Well, I'll start. For the people who were still holding on hope, still defending Dr. Umar Johnson, it's gonna be pretty fucking hard to do that now.
Yeah,
he's literally supposed to be a psychologist with literature out on conflict resolution, psychology, but he's clearly having some type of mental breakdown on Facebook Live or that was Instagram Live, like where you are literally threatening people over Instagram Live.
You have to think though. Okay, so some of the people that he named, I've seen their YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Like the guy, first of all, it's not Lenore Honor, it's Lennon Honor. That's his name. He does videos on Dr. Umar Johnson like at least 4 times a month.
Oh, so he's eating off this situation.
But honestly, I get it because like this guy's so ridiculous. Like all you can do is make videos on him because first of all, his money is dried up and you can tell. So, because he didn't even used to do this many Instagram lives. Like you had to like wait to catch an Umar Johnson like commentary or something. Now it's like every other day. But I think that his money is dried up so bad that he's just taking Instagram every day. And a lot of the people who he is threatening are people who have totally exposed him. Okay. Like they released this man's tax records. They have video after video and clip after clip showing him basically contradicting himself. And they pretty much exposed him to be the liar that he appears to be when it comes to this school situation and the donations. Like there's millions of dollars literally that this man has taken and squandered. And now look at him, and he looks like he's fucking living in the trunk of his car.
Well,
I don't know where the hell he was. Right? Was he at like the Ninja Turtles lair? Where the hell was he at?
I don't know. I say he was in the basement of the school. Looked pretty dank wherever he was at.
Pretty dank, huh?
Pretty dank. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to get pulled up on. You know.
I mean, look, no offense to the man.
Seems like a pretty aggressive guy.
He just needs to get his shit together, man.
He was trying to get in a lot of ass based upon this video.
When you don't have your shit together and your ego is on 10,000, this is the type of shit that happens. I mean, this guy claims to be a psychologist, but like, he needs to fucking.
He needs to read a couple of his books, take a vacation, a spa, somewhere, and
get
do
a
something.
J, put the crack down or whatever.
I don't know. I'm not gonna go that
Or
far.
like sniffing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But let's move on.
What can we slide to? Well, I think we can transition to the situation with Dwyane Wade, since we're talking about psychology and children, because Umar Johnson is a purported school psychologist. So I think this situation with Dwyane Wade and I feel remiss. I can't remember what his son or daughter.
His son has changed his name to Zaya.
Zaya. Okay.
I think it used to be Zion. Now it's Zaya.
Yeah.
So there's that. So maybe Dwyane Wade has been taking his son to see Dr. Umar Johnson.
Oh man. So I think so. Let me get my
maybe he needs.
Let me get my feelings of this out really quickly. Because I've been seeing a lot of like commentary and stuff going on about this over the last few days, and it throws me off because I think one or two things. If you can't support your child transitioning, or have an understanding of transgender people, I think you either don't understand science or you don't understand, the like hormones and sexuality.
What's the science behind it?
So by the age of 12, you're into puberty, right? You know if you like boys or girls, right? And my second point was, never in the history of people has someone litigated or taught or in most cases beat sexuality out of someone. Like, most people are just in the closet. If their family doesn't agree, if their community doesn't agree, they pretty much just stay in the closet and express themselves that way. Look at the Aaron Hernandez documentary that went around recently about how it causes trauma within families where you really can't be who you propose to be.
But let's put this in perspective, though, because number one, this little boy, and that's what he is, a boy, he came out with this gay stuff when he was like 9 or 10 years old, which I think is completely ridiculous.
I mean, children start puberty at that age.
But whatever. So you want to say the little boy is gay at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, right? That's one thing. That's one issue. But now we're talking about changing this little boy's complete sexuality before he even knows what the world is, right? Which I think is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life. And for Dwyane Wade to sit up and support this idea in his son right now, I really think he should reconsider it, because the statistics actually show a lot of people who go and get these surgeries and transition themselves to something that they aren't, right? The depression hits them later on in life when they realize that they aren't that, and they want to go back to what they used to be, and they can't. And that's what really, when people talk about the death rate in the transgender community, that's why the death rate is there. It's not because people are out here just fucking killing these people. No, they're killing themselves.
Well, I think it's both, because they do get murdered at the high rate of any other group. So both can be true.
But you have to look at it like this, because you're saying that they get murdered at a higher rate than what group?
So if you break down, because it's usually a subcategory of LGBT. So you have LGBT. So you're saying then you have transgender.
They when it comes to the LGBT,
then you get down to the smallest.
They are murdered at the highest rate in LGBT.
Yeah.
Now, why is that?
I think they're in more precarious situations.
Well, because a lot of transgenders put themselves in situations that get them killed.
Yeah.
You can look at a lot of these transgender Instagram models always trying to catch dudes up online, screenshotting shit, and trying to trick people into thinking they're a woman, and then you get back with this chick, and he pulls out something that you got, and then
so I think two things. I think two things.
I mean,
two things can be
dishonest
true.
with people. You can't be dishonest with people, right? And try to lead people on to make them think that you're something you're not, and then when they get mad, now you want to cry foul. You was foul from the jump.
But I think both things can be true. You have people in the community who do that.
No one's riding around.
But you also have people in the community who don't do that. This is like somebody saying, well, just because some black people steal and rob and sit on the corner, that's license to lock all black people up. Like we can do stop and frisk.
I think
because
that's
some black
oranges.
people. No, it's not, because you can't categorize a whole community. You say transgenders based upon the actions of some thirst trapping Instagram transgenders. So we have to be intellectually honest.
Give me one instance, right, that you've heard of where a random transgender person was attacked for no reason, other than just being a transgender person.
I've counseled transgender youth, and they were bullied, attacked, and beat up all the time without trying to come up on somebody or trick somebody. And I think more people should actually talk to the people in the community before they form these hardline opinions. Because number one, let's get back to the biology of things.
I mean, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting.
I'm telling you, I specifically have spoken to youth and young adults who have not put themselves in situations to be attacked, and they have been attacked just for living the lifestyle that they would like to live.
Okay.
Specifically.
Right.
So what I'm saying is we need to track back to, why aren't we tolerant of people living their lives exactly how they want to do? Because guess what?
I think we are tolerant. Though.
I don't know.
Who's not tolerant of it?
So based upon what I saw on my timeline the last few days, there were a lot of arguments thrown in about, oh, it's not natural for people to be transgender. And that's when I say people don't understand science. So the science of sexual attraction. By 9 years old, did you know if you like boys? Hold on. No. Don't cut me off.
No.
By 9 years old, did you know if you like boys or girls?
I probably knew that at 4 years old.
So you don't have to understand the world to understand what you're sexually attracted to. Sexual attraction is based upon hormones. So if your hormones are telling you that you like girls, you like girls. If your hormones are telling you you like boys, you like boys.
You're confusing the conversation.
I'm not confusing
the
the
conversation.
conversation. Because you got to look at what is.
Listen to what the transgender point of view is, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same as LG. It's not the same as lesbian, gays. It's not about their feelings. They wake up every day in the morning and think that they are a woman when they're actually a man.
What causes
that's different?
No, it's not different. So it's based upon your hormones, bro.
If you wake up every day thinking that you're something that you're not, you have a mental issue.
No, you have a hormonal issue. So just like people can be born with both sex parts, right? Like people can be born with different hormones.
Both parts. What is that called?
Yeah, hermaphrodite.
Right, but what is that? That's a deformity.
It's not a deformity.
That's not the norm.
So I would say this. If you accept that happens, right? You have to accept that these people exist. So if you exist in a space where you feel, based upon your hormones, this is what you want to live, this is what you want to identify with, and it also goes back to science, you are either male or female. That's it. That's the scientific definition. Male, female. I mean, when you talk about boy, girl, these are social constructs. These aren't things that exist. We put those constructs on other things.
We can go back and forth about this shit all day, right? But this is what I challenge you to do, right? Since you champion this shit.
Challenge.
Go down the street to 9th and 8th Street and go to Hips, right? That's a very popular place where most of the transgender people in this area that are African American, that's where they go. All right? Without saying too much, I'm just gonna say, if you walk in that place and actually see what's going on, you'll see that there's an issue there. There's a serious issue there. And pushing this type of lifestyle on young men who haven't even seen the world yet, I think is a mistake.
Okay, I'll give my final thoughts on this topic. I believe people have a right to live their life however way they feel like they want to live. And if their lifestyle is not infringing upon anything that you do, you shouldn't give a fuck.
You're
12
so hold on,
don't intervene on my final thoughts on the topic. Whether you're at the age of 12, you understand sexually what you like. That's what people don't realize. Your sexual
transgender with lesbian and gay.
So no,
that's a totally different anomaly.
So you have the basis of a transgender's feelings and thoughts is still going to be biology. You have to first be sexually attracted. Like it's an attraction thing. It's about your hormones. If let's say that the boy gets a test and he has much more estrogen in his body than he does testosterone, guess what he's gonna feel more like? A woman. Because guess what? Newsflash, people who don't know science, every baby, every human being starts off as a woman first. You have the Y chromosome, right? You start off a woman until you get the X chromosome. That's when you turn into a boy. Like men still have nipples because we started out as girls first. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff that people base social constructs or have an understanding socially, they don't understand the science behind why people feel the way they feel, why they act the way they act. I guarantee if some of these people get tested and find out how they are like physically, it will solve a lot of these problems or give people more clarity on what they're dealing with, because it is a scientific issue first. And I think if people understand the science, they'll have a better understanding.
All right, so when we talking science, and my final thoughts on this will be simple. When a man and a female have sex, that is called reproduction.
It's called intercourse.
When a man and a female have sex, the man shoots his sperm into the female's vagina while the female is ovulating and fertilization takes place. That is called reproduction. You can get something out of the act of a penis going into a vagina. There's a chemical stop. There's a chemical reaction that takes place and life is formed. You are producing. All right? I can't say the same about any other type of sexual act. And we can just leave it at that. So let's get to the Snoop situation, man. Snoop's apology, how do you feel about that?
I feel like he didn't have to. No, I take that back. Because I said on the previous show that I commended him for him just stepping up to the plate and just kind of smoothing over that part of it so we can actually get back to focusing on the main issue of Gayle King disrespecting Kobe Bryant's legacy, his family, during this time of mourning that people are still mourning his death. Like this month, like people are still like having a hard time about it. And for her to try to corner one of Kobe's friends to, in my opinion, create a viral moment was despicable. Just as despicable as any other thing I've heard, about Kobe over this time period. And for her to try to relitigate this after he's dead without giving context about the victims
at all.
All of the glaring holes in that case, and I know you're going to speak to that, all of the glaring holes, all of the glaring inconsistencies with the victim was extremely disingenuous. And I'm not upset that she asked the first question. It was a follow-up question, and her body language after the fact. It was very like,
it was visceral.
It was like
crazy.
And I watched it again right before the other show just to, maybe I saw it wrong and maybe all of this backlash is unwarranted. But when I saw it, it gave me that same like, bitch, what's wrong with you reaction. Like,
yeah, I mean, to get on the topic of Snoop apologizing, because I mean we all know how we feel about Gayle. Like Gayle was totally foul to do that.
Yeah.
But as far as Snoop Dogg goes, I'm tired of seeing black men apologize for shit that other people don't have to apologize for. You know what I mean? Gayle King is an enemy to our group. And you shouldn't have to apologize to anything that you do to an enemy. She's an enemy. So whatever happens, happens. Now I understand Snoop has endorsements and contracts and deals with all these media companies who might deal with Gayle King. But damn, Snoop, like, you almost 50 years old, man. You had your money together at this point?
Nah, he worth 600.
600 million?
Something
I
crazy.
You worth 600 million.
He triple digit millionaire.
You ought to be. I don't know about that, but okay.
He gotta be, bro.
If you say he's worth 100 million or more, I'm gonna go with that for now. But
think about it, bro. How long he been in the game?
Bro, if I'm worth $100 million, I'm not apologizing to nobody. If I'm worth $2 million, I ain't apologizing to nobody. Matter of fact, if I'm worth $25,000, I ain't apologizing to nobody. So I mean, it just I don't get. I mean, but I get it. He gave an apology, and obviously you can tell it was a bullshit apology. You can tell they forced Snoop to do it. The damage has already been done.
So I feel like this. The impact has already landed.
Right.
It landed. It was a big left hook, and
So
it landed strongly. So that after the fact, it's like Gayle King's apology after the fact.
Right.
It really didn't mean shit.
Don't mean shit.
So I mean,
you already called her a dog face bitch. She can't take that shit back. There ain't no way to apologize for that.
Hey,
if he'd have said like,
some of her relatives got to go see Snoop for that.
if he'd have been like, you're just an evil bitch. He specifically said, you a dog face. That means he thought about, like, what does she look like? Oh, she look like a dog face bitch. And he said it? Okay, you can't take that back because you think that she looks like a dog face bitch.
Hey, yo.
But all that apologizing, man, fuck all that. Come on, Snoop. You wouldn't apologize to a nigga in the street, right? Well, at least that's how you used to carry it on your records.
Well, it should be different etiquette with a woman and a nigga on the street.
Well, when you talk about an enemy is an enemy.
I mean,
Gayle King has no respect for black men.
I don't
at all.
So I'm more of an optimist than you on some of these things. I know, you know what I'm saying. I'm more of a Michelle Obama-esque. They go low, we go high kind of guy when you can do it. So I don't think I would take such a hard line on that position. But at the same time, I don't think she's a friend to us in a way that some people have been out here like caping for her. You know what I'm saying? Her actions have spoke way louder than her words to me.
Yeah.
So.
No, I hear you. I hear you. It's just this is typical Gayle. Like we talked about the other day. You got all this to say about Snoop Dogg and the lieutenant governor from Virginia, but you have nothing to say about your colleagues. So it is what it is. You got what you got. Snoop apologized. I mean, I don't really get it, but whatever.
Look, she need to go on a apology tour. Like she need to be out here mentoring at schools, donating some money. She need to give some money to Snoop's like youth football league. She need to do some stuff because right now she looking real funny. Looking real funny style.
She needs to resign.
Oh no, hold on. The network re-upped her contract.
Yeah.
She negotiated a contract upping off of that. Like, I will say this. She played that shit. She played that victim thing. She got Oprah in with it to cry for it. She played this thing up. I have to take my hat off to her. She's like one of them cartoon villains, man. She like really, she played that shit up.
I mean, I can't really take my hat off to her, but whatever. I mean, it'll get her paid, but at the end of the day, like I said, just another baby boomer doing what baby boomers do.
I didn't know she was 70.
I thought she was 65.
She old.
Did you see that picture of her?
The yams out?
Oh, yeah.
Was that Photoshopped?
I don't know. I was like, damn. That's got to be Photoshop.
I don't know, bro. I'm just going to say it's Photoshop. I'm going to say it's Photoshop.
What else you got, man?
All right, so hold on. We ran through. We got Snoop out the way. We got Umar out the way. We got Dwyane Wade out the way. It was one more thing you was supposed to go over.
Shit, I don't remember. This damn coffee, man, strong.
Hey, yeah, this is cold brew. Hit my chest hard. Hold on, we're going to go to the new producer, Skylar. Anything else on tap we need to close the show with? Nah, we done. We done on Gayle King.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to say.
She's done.
Well, I mean, we're good to go, man. Fuck it. Everybody, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like, share, comment, join the discussion. If you're on YouTube, do the same.
Please hit that subscribe button and
Definitely.
hit the bell so you're alerted to when the new episodes come out.
And if you're on Facebook, go to the YouTube page, subscribe to YouTube. Costs you nothing.
And if you're on Facebook, harass Trip Simpson in the comments for his asinine views.
Do it. But other than that, definitely remember you can catch us on next week, Thursday.
We recorded Tuesday.
All right, so next week is Thursday. Thursday, 9 p.m. The whole crew will be here for Straight Talk No Chase. You may randomly see some of us during the week. Just if anything breaking comes out and we feel like talking, you may see us, you may not. Other than that, take care. Hit the wrong button.
Yeah. You're hilarious. You deserve to be laughed at.